What's up, Libra? It's your girl Kelly coming straight at you for the Queen Tarot B in my deathbed in Boston. I am heavily fighting pneumonia that I've been fighting for 5 months, and I can't seem to get rid of it. It's like the plague, it keeps coming back. So I hope that you'll bear with me and appreciate that I'm still in front of this camera somehow with energy to read. And I feel like when it comes to my cards, somehow I squeeze it out. I find the energy. I don't know how, because I have none. For you guys this month, very confusing energy. You guys are all over the place. The first thing I got is that some of you fell in love for somebody that didn't have the same feelings for you, or vice versa. Oh, the spiel. Okay, I'm short on breath because I have a big baby belly here, and I have pneumonia. So let's get through the spiel. This is for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, Mars, Venus. However, it fits into your chart. If it doesn't fit, don't make it fit. However, there may be messages in here throughout that are for you. Now, the other thing, that being said, is that it can come in vice versa, which means if you're cross-watching or watching for your significant other for advice or to see what's going on with them, know that it can come in both your energy. So it can be Libra or Libra's person. For the sake of not confusing the hell out of everybody, I'm just going to say Libra throughout this. So if it comes in your energy, feel free to tell your story, but know that I understand that this is something Libra's doing to you. But I feel like either you fell in love with someone who was not in love with you, or the other way around. And I feel very much like it was someone had feelings for you that you didn't have for them. You were busy waiting for ships to come in, or however. I really don't like that saying because it's like the only thing people use for the Two of Coins. I feel like you were busy trying to balance things for someone else. You were busy trying to... How am I going to explain this? Hold on. Let me hear what they have to say, because they're just... And I'm like, ugh. So listen. So this is... Okay. They're saying that someone... that you haven't really been going after love for a long time. And in the midst of that, someone may have caught feelings for you. You've been more chasing after getting your life balanced, getting your life to a place where what you're putting out there, what you're planting is actually something that's bringing harvest back in. It's saying you were feeling stuck financially, mentally, emotionally. You were just stuck in a box. You had a big situation in your life. And love was not part of the agenda. However, when you did finally open up, I feel like this person was more about money than they were about your feelings, if you will. This person is more about giving small promises of love, but really what they want is everything in the 3D. All of those feel goods, all of those, fancy watches and diamond rings and this and that, and they didn't have the right intention. They were more stuck to materialization than you could afford at the time. And so those feelings never really developed. I feel like that never really took off for you. Yeah, I feel like that never really took off for you with the 10 of Cups in reverse. I feel like that didn't go anywhere because this person was looking for possessions and material gain, and you weren't really in the possessions. You weren't in the position to give them the lifestyle they wanted. They weren't so much as looking at your emotion as they were your bank account. And you felt a little betrayed by that. Maybe this is somebody you knew that stood wrong in their power. They knew you were in a really precarious position and things were not going good for you. And maybe once they realized that you couldn't give them that fancy, expensive lifestyle they wanted, they were out. They were bye, Felicia. They definitely stood wrong in their power, though. They misled you, or you misled them. But it looks like the truth came out. It feels like the truth came out about what this person was really about, as opposed to what this person pretended to be. Now I have this entirely different situation over here, where it's looking like your money situation is starting to look up. Yes, your money situation is definitely starting to look up with the Ace of Coins. And it's not reversed. None of these cards are, except the Six of Coins, where you may not have gotten everything back that you thought you would. You'll see me do this a million times, but I'm trying not to create a super bug, but at the same time, I think I already have. The bug that never leaves. Your Ten of Pentacles is here. I can feel it. It's like you're finally getting in return what you've given out. You're manifesting in return what you've given out. And now you're at a crossroad to do what you need to do. Get yourself back on track, back in balance. Libra's favorite thing to do. Balance, balance, balance. You're able to manifest what you couldn't manifest before. There's been a death to the block of this in your situation. Like you've had a serious block in your situation for quite some time, but it feels like that came to an end. My best friend. It feels like there's been something blocking you for quite some time. But it feels like that came to an end and you were able to manifest through that block. You were able to walk around that brick wall and finally get through it. And you have some communication coming in about a new start with money, a new beginning with money. And it may not, like I said, it may not be the messages you wanted or the message you wanted. It may not be the amount you wanted. If this is a settlement, I feel like this could be a settlement. It could be car accident settlement. It could be a death in the family. It could be a divorce settlement. Whatever settlement this is, it's not in the amount you were expecting, but it's enough to get you back to where you were when this all started, possibly, without being in too much debt. I don't feel like it's significant in the sense that because that Six of Coins is in reverse there, so it's not an equal fair trade to me. So whatever you've given out isn't coming back in equally. But there's communication there and a settlement of a situation that, I mean, it may be a little devastating that it's not an equal settlement. But there's definitely a new financial path for you coming in. Now, I want you to be careful of this person, because if this person over here that I was talking about the truth hasn't come out about this person just being about money, then it will. Trust me, it will. This person is all about the money. And you need to be careful, because with this newfound, not wealth, but newfound way through this blockage to get to where you need to go, don't get yourself duped by somebody who's just looking for money or a fancy lifestyle. Looks like you've been on the downspout for a while. You've walked away from many situations, many things. You've been emotionally cut off. You've cut yourself off emotionally until whatever this is went through. It's like you couldn't handle it all at the same time. And this is probably why I'm seeing a cutoff of emotions here with the Ace of Cups in reverse. Yeah, it's the frame of mind you were in. You were on a downspout, your luck was down, everything was out, and you were just feeling like, fuck it. I can't deal with a relationship and with all of this other, I feel like there was legal matters involved and all of this other stuff, plus go to work, plus do this, plus keep a house, blah, 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 and have a relationship at the same time. And now that you're finally finding your way through this mess, it's like you're starting to open up, but this is the wrong person to open up to. This person is looking for material. And now that they know your situation's clearing up and you're getting some sort of money in, some sort of money from, like I said, I feel like a death in the family, an inheritance, a payback, a return on business. Whatever this death is here, that's a death to your finances, is finally moving out of your way. And she's moving more into communicative with the Eight of Wands. And communication of course, none other than finances and the ability to manifest what you need right now. May not be the message you want, maybe a little bit devastating that you're not getting that equal reciprocation of maybe you put out so much money, and you're not getting back that exact money. Or maybe you're getting that exact money and it puts you right back in the position you were in to move forward, but it was like a huge stop in your life for a couple of years. And you weren't able to open yourself up emotionally to anybody. It looks like you fought a lot with yourself about that. There were people you were interested in, maybe friends, or wanting to even just walk away from this entire situation. I see a lot of frustration, a lot of buildup. You were just unable to move away from it. I feel like you have a past with this person. If it is divorce and you get, a big setup, watch out that they're not trying to cozy up to you just for more money. Princess of Coins in reverse. Watch out that they're not trying to cozy up to you just for more money. What's this devastation about? You guys are in danger of cutting off your own happiness. And I'm curious to know, why would Libra do that? There's a devastation there. There's an internal strife, a fight, back and forth that you're having with yourself. Your instincts are telling you one thing, but you're ready to do another. And it looks like you're in that King of Swords mode, that nasty, nasty King of Swords mode that you need to get out of. Because you're ready to cut off your own happiness. It's like cutting off your nose to spite your face. Your instincts are telling you what you need to do here. Whatever this is, your instincts are telling you what you need to do here with the Devil. Is let these old past behaviors and patterns and feelings and emotions go. You're being given an opportunity to start over. Financially, emotionally, you're being given an opportunity to open up and to have the finances to move forward finally after being stuck. You guys were stuck in a major financial rut for quite some time. And now that you're being able to go forward, I feel like there's maybe some malicious feelings toward this person. And you're ready to close yourself off emotionally again based on this person's behaviors and seeing how they were fake. They weren't really interested in you and you figured it out very quickly. They're telling you that you need to change your mind on that. You've got the Hanged Woman. You need to take a look at your perspective, your mind frame. Change your mind on what it is that you're seeing right now, because the potential to cut off your own happiness and cut off your nose to spite your own face is really not the smartest thing you can do. It's saying it's an old behavior that you have, that when you get angry, you tend to turn around and lash out at the people who don't deserve it, or you tend to cut people off that don't deserve it, but hang on to the people that do deserve it. That makes sense to you. But it's telling you, you have this ability to cut yourself off emotionally and be unhappy with the King of Cups in reverse. And if you do that, you're always going to see someone as wanting something from you, and that's not always the case. You may cut off your own potential happiness here by your viewpoint, by your bitterness about this person. You have the right to be bitter, but you don't have the right to carry that off into the next relationship or toward another person. Whatever this person did should be in a box. It's what this person did. It shouldn't be taken and then taken out on this person and this person and this person and this person. Don't pay it forward. Pay it backward. Let the karma deal with whatever it is this person did. But don't take it forward with you and look at every man or woman in the same way, or treat them in a malicious way or an unfair way because of what someone else did to you. And they're saying you're at risk for doing that, is what they're telling me. They're saying you're really going to have to put forth an effort to take down your walls. You have to put forth an effort to take down your walls. If you don't, you're going to be alone. Nobody should have to fight through your walls. Nobody. It's not anybody else's responsibility how these walls got there but you. Usually when you have up so many walls and, you're a wall hoarder, it's because you haven't learned how to deal with emotions correctly. You have trauma in your past that you don't know how to deal with. That's when you need to seek out someone like me or a professional that can help you. If you have up this many walls, and they're showing me that anyone who wants to love you has to have this strength and their weapon at the ready to beat down these walls to get to you based on what this person did to you, this is not fair. This is not someone else's responsibility. And quite frankly, yeah, this is not someone else's responsibility. So if you're expecting with this Two of Cups, someone to come and beat down these walls and earn your trust, I get that trust is earned, but there's a certain point that trust was never broken when you meet somebody. So it's not fair to treat them in an untrustful way all the time. Doesn't mean you give them your trust completely the moment you meet them. But what it means is they get a certain amount of trust. You don't expect them to come barreling in like a knight in shining armor and woman in shining armor and blade at the ready with the strength to beat down your walls and rescue you from yourself. Guys, the only rescuing from yourself that needs to be done is you doing the rescuing. This is self-love. This is a problem with self-love. You're being given a brand new opportunity. I'm not saying this to pick on you. Trust me, I have better things to do right now than sit in front of this camera and pick on Libra. I do not feel well. I'd rather go back to bed. But this is the message that needs to be delivered. So I'm going to deliver it. So don't shoot the messenger. Don't shoot the sick, pregnant messenger, please. Nobody, it is no one's responsibility to rescue you but fucking you. Understand that, guys. You can stay locked up in this little tower in this shell forever. Because it's no one's responsibility to come and get you out. It's your responsibility if you have, literally hoarded walls to the point where people can't get through to you. Nobody's responsibility to do this but you. These are layers and layers and layers of traumatic episodes, traumatic experiences, traumatic things, traumatic everything. And if you can't allow someone to break down these barriers, you have them so set. And these barriers are literally like dug into the ground upside down. This is you. This is on you. No new person is going to fight this hard to get through to you. So for those of you that are in this little pile of, I'm going to stay in my little castle until someone fights to get through to me, you're going to be fucking sitting there a long time. A long, long time. Because nobody these days, especially in the age of Aquarius, is going to fight through all of those walls for someone when they can deal with somebody who doesn't have all of this trauma that they haven't dealt with. Because you're going to carry this forward, like I said, and there goes your happiness. And you guys kind of got ratted out because it's telling me you know I'm right. Sorry. They're telling me that you know that I'm right on this. This may not be all of you. It may be a small quantity of you. But you need to deal with this trauma. To cut off your own sunshine and your own happiness. Out of spite for traumatic situations that happened years and years and years ago. You have no one but yourself to blame, guys. Get your shit together. I'm sitting here with pneumonia for 5 months, telling you that this is nobody's responsibility but yours. You have to sit in that tower and sort through traumatic experience after experience after experience, learn how to deal with it, and take that shit down yourself. It's okay to have 1 or 2 walls and to keep people out. Because not everyone's trustworthy. But this? Oh my God, sounds like my husband. He says we're going to buy a castle with a moat with alligators and tell people they have to swim over, and if they make it, then they're worthy. This is the things that he tells people. Libra, no. You need to deal with that. Whatever that is, that's a lot of traumatic experience right there. And whatever it is, I'm sorry, I know it's probably hurtful and you think I'm talking about it like it's nothing and it's so easy. But if you knew my history, you wouldn't be saying anything about me thinking that it was easy. The word easy wouldn't even come to mind. I'm a survivor of many of things. And if I can do it, you can do it. I have faith in you. Just remember that. Okay, Libra. It's your girl Kelly coming at you from her deathbed in Boston. I'll catch y'all on the flip side. From the Queen Tarot B. Be good. And remember, start working on that trauma.